Hi everyone. Welcome back. This is Conversation Corner. Your host here, Nemo, and
The one and only Derek.
hey Derek. Okay.
The one and only.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So the topic for today is
Yeah. Today we're going to talk about manipulation tactics. Another manipulation tactic, deception or lying. These tactics involve making false statements or misleading someone to cover up the truth or manipulate the situation.
Imagine there are such people, Derek.
I know.
Do you know it took me such a long time to believe there are such people?
Why?
I don't know. I think it's because honesty is a huge value in our family. So it took me I couldn't imagine. I could not fathom. I could not. I used to, this person is lying on purpose. And it's not as, there's a white lie, yeah, which we all tell and we all know.
Yes.
Yeah. But there's something so humongous. I used to wonder, really? This person? No, it can't. No. No. It took me such a long time to believe that people can do that.
Let me ask you, what did you go to a boarding school in high school?
Yeah, I did.
And you did not encounter deception?
People would lie to get out of bad situation. You see, like the teacher on duty. There was a teacher on duty. There was the one who disciplinary. Yeah, such things I can't remember.
Yes.
So you would lie to get yourself out of that situation. Yeah.
Yes.
That one I knew existed. And those the white lies.
What? No, a lie is a lie.
Yeah, but they have different categories.
If you have done something wrong and you're lying to get out of the situation, that is deception.
It is deception. But what I was wondering, what took me a hard time to really acknowledge was a person can lie because they are hurting another person.
Yes.
That one was it was so hard for me to, I don't know, it was so hard for me to fathom.
Let me give you a good example. You are in an office working together with a team of people. A mistake is made by somebody in that office. Instead of that person owning up to that mistake, they say, no, it wasn't me. It must have been Nemo who did that.
That takes me a while to understand why.
Because they want to get themselves out of trouble and put the blame on somebody else. Yes. It is human nature.
I used to think it's just movies.
No. It is human nature.
It's human nature, but it took me such a long time to understand why you would be so conniving.
You see people in such situations say, I didn't do that. No, it wasn't me. Yes. So it is just a manipulation tactic. They just want to get themselves out of the situation. Yes, and put the blame on somebody else. For example, I'll give you a good example. When we were young and food was left, especially meat. I love meat. And then meat is left in the kitchen somewhere on the sufuria. And you're in the house walking around, you go and you see there's meat there and you eat several pieces. And our parents, they would know this will be enough for everybody for dinner. And when they come and want to serve and the meat is the meat has reduced in quantity, ask who did this? And they're like, Derek, you're the last person in this house. And you're like, no, it wasn't me. Maybe it was the cat. You see,
Yeah, you're
you are deceiving them.
Yeah.
Yes. So it is a manipulation tactic to get yourself out of
that
danger.
problem.
Yes.
And people confuse that with gaslighting. People think, you see, it's a two-step. So first of all, you've deceived. Then the next thing, for it to be gaslighting, you have to say, hey, you're crazy.
Yeah, you tell your mom, no, are you sure, mom, you left enough meat there for everybody?
So with gaslighting and deception, when the gaslighting comes after the deception, when you say, okay, it wasn't me, so gaslighting would add, you're crazy, or there's something wrong with you.
You're saying your own things.
So that's where the difference comes in.
All right. Another manipulation tactic is blame projection. What is the difference between blame projection and deception? Because at the end of the day, for deception, I say take the blame and put it on somebody else. Say it wasn't me, it was so and so. What is the difference between it and blame projection?
I think it maybe it has a small difference. But deception is where you deceive someone into thinking something.
Okay.
We've given examples where you deceive somebody, say, okay, you literally know that the road to go to maybe to this direction, to this place is on the left, but you deceive somebody and say, the road to that place, take the right. Yeah, and you know clearly it's the left. Yeah, so that's deceiving. Blame shifting is where you've done something wrong. Now, instead of acknowledging you've done something wrong, maybe we were caught. You say, apana, no. So you let me give an example. Let's say I was caught cheating. Okay. I've been cheating on my spouse, and one day my spouse comes and says, you're cheating on me. Why are you cheating on me? You say, no. The reason why I was cheating, you see, now I've not acknowledged the mistake. The reason why I was cheating is because you are never there. You are never there. So I am there with somebody else.
So you say, it's not my fault. It's because you're never here. I needed to find somebody to talk to, and you are not here. So I went and looked for somebody to talk to.
So you've blame projected. Yeah. Number one, you do not acknowledge. This person does not acknowledge the fault. Yeah. Number two, then they shift it and turn it to you. You are the problem, not me. Me, I'm an angel. What? Derek. Me? No. Must be somebody else. That somebody else is you, my friend. Yeah.
And I know actually quite a number of people are experiencing blame projection in their relationships.
Oh, yes.
It's something that we've done. I've done it actually. I will not deny that. I have projected blame.
Okay.
It was not for cheating, it was for something else, but I projected blame.
That, you see, the narcissistic, because most of these things normally have been used, they are used a lot by narcissists, people with personality disorders. One of them is the narcissism, psychopath, sociopath. Yeah. So when we say people have narcissistic tendencies, it doesn't mean they are narcissistic, but we also use, people are selfish.
Yes.
Human nature is very selfish. So we'll use that selfishness to justify something. So you could have done it without even knowing that you are doing it. Okay, in this case, you knew.
100%.
Yes, in that case, you knew. Yeah, but why? Because we all, like I said at the beginning, we all have narcissistic tendencies. No one is escaping that one.
Yes.
Yes, but being narcissistic is very, very different. Yeah. I don't know if I've used blame shifting.
You don't know? Are you sure? Are you sure?
Maybe
Why?
I've used another one.
Why am I doubting?
I could have done white lies. That one I have done. Not deception, but white lies. I think we all use gaslighting even without knowing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have done a couple. I mean, we all have.
Out of all the tactics that we've mentioned, I think I've used almost all of them. Man, please
Even
forgive
deception.
me.
Even deception.
What?
I think that's the one I've never done. Hey, deception. Hey, that one is hard for me.
We've done these things.
Yeah, we've done them.
Yeah. It's actually good to admit that we've done them.
We've done them.
One more.
Aha, which one?
Passive aggressive behavior.
Hey, now that one I'm guilty. Tell us what it is, Derek.
This involves expressing negative feelings or resentment indirectly rather than openly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sometimes even sarcastically.
Yeah. Please tell us, what did you do? I'm curious.
I can't remember. Maybe I can't. What was happening? I remember I was chatting with someone and I was annoyed. There's aggressive. There's aggressive of, yeah. There's that aggressive.
Yes.
And passive. When you're passive, you're not active. Yeah. So there's that active one. So passive is umekasirika, but you're trying to compose yourself. Yeah. So all I remember is that I was chatting with someone. I got annoyed because of they were not consistent. Yeah, they chat 2 weeks later, they chat 1 day later, they chat. I was so annoyed. I had it up to here. So all I remember is I wrote something. I can't remember what I wrote. I was very angry. So I was not, aggressive about it, but I was angry and I wish I can remember what I put on the chat. And then one of my friends, ladies, we talk.
Yes.
And we even share in depth.
Yes.
So my friend asked me, okay, so how did things end? And I sent her a snapshot of
what you'd said.
Yeah, what I had said. And she was like, this is passive aggressive. Do you know, I didn't even know it was passive aggression.
A good example, when you're in a relationship with somebody and then there's an argument and you decide to give that person silence treatment. Do you know that is passive aggressive?
Yeah, I can't see how. That's why I'm saying I'm guilty of this one. I think most people are without even knowing they are. When my friend told me that, it took me time to study passive aggression, and I was like, wow, okay, I've been doing this a lot.
Yeah.
Maybe is it because sometimes it comes out of frustration? I think it does. You're tired of over and over and over and over maybe explaining something.
Yes.
So you become passive aggressive. Instead of, you've been aggressive. Is it aggressive or communicating?
You've been asking and asking and asking and asking, and they're not reciprocating for what you're asking for. So you decide to react
passively.
And without telling them.
Yeah.
You just react.
And sometimes passive aggressive can be very sarcastic.
Yeah.
Can be very sarcastic. I can't think of an example now, Derek. I'm so blank.
I can think of one.
Okay.
If you are having an argument and I lose that argument. You've won the argument, and then I ask you, so unasikia vizuri kwa sababu umeshinda?
See how sarcastic that was?
Yes. Yeah, so passive aggressive. I have used that one and somebody before.
So you've been
man, these manipulation tactics.
You've used all of
I
them.
can tell you I've used them, and some of them have been used on me.
Yes. Yeah. I know the biggest one, my guilty one would be passive aggressive. Yeah. Because sometimes I'm tired. I think I do it normally because I try to track it where I use it. And sometimes I'm so tired of
repeating yourself.
Repeating this to a point now I become even sarcastic. Okay. Yeah.
But you see, it is human nature to do some of these things, but doing them in excess, now that is just wrong.
Or doing it, sometimes doing it to manipulate, to get over someone and change their reality of things. There are those who literally know they are doing it.
Yes.
Yeah. And there are those who, I don't know. Like I didn't know I was passive aggressive until my friend told me, and I was conscious of what I was doing. Yeah, some people know. Like people with personality disorders, they know. Those ones know because they use it over and over and over. Yeah.
So that is it for manipulation tactics. So how can you deal with manipulation? For example, gaslighting. Yes.
Okay, that's a good one. Now, I would say 2 ways. I mean, maybe there could be many. I know maybe there are many, but I could deal it with 2 ways. First of all, know your boundaries. Understand. Some people don't even understand their own boundaries. So you can push them until the corner and break them. Know your boundaries.
Okay.
And trust your boundaries. So if, like I used the example of being late, yeah, and complaining about being late. So if you're complaining about somebody being late, and you can see they are pushing your boundaries, they tell you, no, maybe for you, maybe being late is 8. People are different.
Yes.
Maybe it's 8 p.m. Yeah. And I know as a spouse, it is 8 p.m. No. Today I push that boundary. I say, okay, 8:30. And I tell them, it's only 30 minutes.
I'm not that late.
You're not that late. Push it. 10. Push. Midnight. 3 in the morning. Yeah. They even gaslight you when it's 3 in the morning. Tell you, we unaona zako. It's 3 in the a.m. Anyway. So I would say have strong boundaries and know your boundaries. Know your boundaries so that you can know, okay, am I being pushed beyond my boundaries or what's happening? You need to check your reality.
Yes.
Yeah. So know your boundaries. And then the second thing, it's good to journal. Do you journal?
No. That is a lie. No.
It is good to journal. Why? Because it helps you check your reality. When you journal, and then if somebody deceives you, you go, oh, wait, but especially with gaslighting.
Yes.
Oh, wait a minute. No, it was this, not this, what they were saying. Yeah. It will help you because sometimes you do lose your reality completely. Somebody manages to flip. Yeah. So journaling, I know it's hard. I do it, by the way. I do small journals every day. Well, not for the sake of being sane, but just, release.
All right. For those who can journal, please write or keeping a diary.
Yeah.
Yes, do that. Some of us, we don't like writing.
No, but you can do it on your phone, even voice notes.
I know. I just don't like keeping things.
Okay.
Yeah. And one thing I know is if I need to remember it, I'll remember it. Yes.
Uh-huh.
The only things I note down is tasks that I'm supposed to do. Yes. Yes.
No, but if you meet a serial gaslighter, you know it is important to journal.
And that is our prayer, that we don't meet those people.
Yeah.
Yes, and we pray that even our audience, if you meet them, you'll be able to identify them quickly and be able to know.
But I think now they'll be able to know. I mean, once they follow the 2-step and all the other manipulation tactics we've told them,
yes,
I think they'll be able. But again, also something else I'd like to add. There are many types of manipulation tactics. We've just mentioned a few today. I think we can do another video in future to describe more manipulation tactics. Yeah, but just know there are many, 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 many types of manipulation tactics out there.
Yes.
Now, Derek.
Yes.
Do you have a question for our viewers today?
Yes. On these manipulation tactics that we've mentioned, which one have you used? Or which one has been used against you? I know for the gentlemen, they've used quite a number of those. like I have used them. I know we have used quite a number, right, guys? Right? Just confirm, eh?
You'll be surprised even the women are using them very well. Very well.
Actually, I'd be shocked. Yeah.
Are you shocked?
Yes.
Why?
What? I don't know, but I know for men, these are tactics that we've used. I know breadcrumbing I can accept because I've experienced it, but there are some of them that I wouldn't be expecting to hear that ladies use them.
Hey, Derek, there are women here with personality disorders. Yeah. And remember what? Narcissistic tendencies are for all human beings. It's hard to imagine.
There are things that you'd expect, especially from the gentlemen. In kawaida. But when you hear ladies doing it, you'll be like,
like when we unleashed the episode for love bombing. Many men were like, never. Women do not love bomb. Never.
You see?
But yet they do. Yet they do.
Anyway, please let us know in the comment section if you've used any of those tactics, which ones, and if you've used all of them, please tell us I've used all of them. So that we can have an intervention for you.
Hey, red flag.
Anyway, it's been awesome having you. Thank you so much for your time. Please do not forget to like, share, comment, follow, subscribe.
Yeah.
Yes.
And thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much for your time.
Yes.
Thank you for being our audience. Yes.
All right. Bye-bye. See you on the next one.
Bye.